So we're still looking at one-step equations here. This is part 3. And remember, the goal is always to get x by itself. Now this question is going to be a little bit different to the other ones, but the same rules always apply. Let's take a look. So this says x divided by 3 equals 4. And our goal is to get x by itself. Who's hanging out with x? Well, there's this divide by 3 that's in the way. Now what's the opposite of divide by 3? The opposite of divide is multiply. So if I come over here and I say x divided by 3 times 3, if I do something on the left-hand side, I have to do the same thing on the right-hand side. 4 times 3. Alright, so x divided by 3 times 3, they're opposite, so they cancel each other out. We just get left with an x there. 4 times 3 equals 12. Now that means that x divided by 3 equals 4. The x in this particular equation is equal to 12. And you probably could have done that in your head. 12 divided by 3 equals 4. So x must be equal to 12. Okay, so this is one-step equations with the divide sign here. Let's take a look at another one. So lots of decimals everywhere in this question, but as long as we follow our rules, we won't have any problems. The goal is to get x by itself. Now what's with x at the moment? Well, x divided by 2.15 equals 1.6. It's the 2.15 that's the problem. And it's divide by 2.15. So how do we get rid of a divide by 2.15? We need to do the opposite. X divided by 2.15. And the opposite of divide by 2.15 is times 2.15. Now, obviously, everything that we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. So that's going to be 1.6 times 2.15. Now, on this side, x divided by 2.15 times 2.15, those are going to cancel out. We're just going to be left with an x. And on this side, 1.6 times 2.15 on my calculator is 3.44. Okay, so you can see here, if we use that number, 3.144 divided by 2.15 equals 1.6. And so this is a more complicated one, I guess, because it's got decimals in it. But as long as we follow our rules, do the same thing on the left-hand side as you do on the right-hand side, and try to get x by itself, then it's no more difficult. This one or this one, they're the same kind of thing as long as you've got a calculator. Okay, that's Algebra one-step equations part 3. In our next video, we're going to do something real special.